Good morning to all of you. It is now March 1st. As you can see, we didn't do anything in February, and that's because it was just snowing. There were no contracts. There was literally nothing going on. But now that it's March, there's a lot of people that feel like we should be doing stuff. And those people happen to be our neighbors. So let me show you what we got going on here. We got one fertilizing contract on field 15. We got a giant planting contract on field 8. And then we got another big contract on field 13. Now I went and borrowed all the farmers' equipment for all of these because these are some big contracts. And I did not want to mess around. So here we go. We'll start by getting the fertilize spreader ready to roll. And we'll focus on getting the planters out later. We'll just get this guy going right away. And now, if memory serves me correctly, this one is going to field 15. Okay, so way at the bottom. Interesting, I don't remember seeing anything planted there. Alright, we're at the field. And this one, to the best of my knowledge, is going to be filled with corn. I do believe that's what we were looking at. Yeah, oh sorry, sunflower, not corn. Very good. And I see 16 is cotton, as well as number 3 is cotton. That's a massive contract. Number 3, that's going to be wild. I still see the 2 canolas, as well as a bit of barley on number 4. Very good. But we need to go get those planters running ASAP. Okay. Oh, I guess I need to change this to sunflower. Otherwise, this planter cannot plant. There we go. He is going to plant some sunflower. Very good. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't get too costly for me. I'm hoping that contract's going to pay out big. Fertilizer spreader is going good. So now all that's left is to take this one and bring this one to the next field. And that one, the tires are for some reason kind of melted into the ground. I'll have to pull that right out of the ground for some reason. Oh, that is hilarious. Well, the game doesn't always do things the way you think it should. And now last but not least, we have the case hooked up to this one. This planter is definitely bigger than the other one that the Kloss had. So hopefully I matched them with the right planters. I do believe that it would be, but it would amuse me if it was not. That is a really nice planter, I have to say. But we don't have the necessary power to pull something like that. Alright. I guess while they're all busy doing their thing, which they all seem to be doing, seem to know what they're doing, I think it's time for us to do a little planting of our own. Let's see if the old 560 is up to the task. Can we hook up a seeder onto our tractor? I forget if this one attaches to the seeder or not. If it doesn't, then it'll be the 560's job, or sorry, the 970's job. My faith in this tractor is diminishing at an alarming rate, isn't it? I just love this tractor, but at the same time, oh my goodness, has this thing ever proven to be quite special? And I think there's my answer. This thing is not for that seeder. Well, if the 560 doesn't want to do its job, then I guess we can always get the 970 to do it. But I just want to get rid of these duals for a quick sec, because I don't feel that they're doing much for me. So, you know, these rear twins or the wide, I think the wide would actually do better for me than anything else. So that's kind of what I'm going to go with. But I am just going to take a look at the different tire setups that we do have. It looks like it's only Trelleborg and BK. So I think this here is, you know, it is $1,200 worth, but I think it's better overall, just having not quite so wide of a stance. I can sell the wide tires for flotation, but just not quite as wide of a stance. I felt like that was just a little overkill on this unit here. Now I'm gonna go with Oats for the last part of that field, simply, well, for one reason I guess, is the fact that oats are in season right now for planting, but more importantly, I do want to have a bunch of straw, especially seeing as I have sheep and pigs now, as well as, you know, getting the cattle feed ready. Cattle will require bedding, all that good stuff. So I will need lots of straw, and some barley that we planted last year, some wheat we planted last year, as well as the oats will give us all the straw that we need. This is going to be quite a baling event if we do end up baling it, or if we end up gathering it, then that will also be quite huge. But let's set this fella into motion and just let him do his thing. Hopefully he turns the gear here right soon, 'cause I don't want him to do 7 the whole time, but I have a feeling he will. Anyway, for some reason, Mr. Fertilize Spreader here decided to half finish his job. Now, question is the contract done? No, 95% done. Sometimes the AI workers will do that. They'll just half complete it. So I'm just going to reset him to a different spot, and I'm sure he'll finish the rest of it. Just in passing, I find it fascinating, you know, this very new tractor here working on this field, where I have my old tractor back there with an old seed drill. Like the stark differences in technology and in the style of the equipment. It's so vast, the difference from what I'm using to what the neighbors are all using. But hey, that makes for interesting gameplay, and that's what we're all about. And just like that, we are all done with planting our oats. So I think we should maybe go and wash the seeder off, and maybe wash the tractor a little bit as well. We'll put it all away and see what other trouble we can get ourselves into. So we've got field 13 all done, and I put the tractor from field 13 onto field 8 to help this guy out, and I think, you know, once this Kloss tractor is all done, then I'll probably put him off to the side and let the case take over. He can finish that last little stretch there, and that should be just perfect. But I think that's also a good time to end the episode, seeing as things are getting wrapped up here. We will probably have a monstrous paycheck coming in. I just see contract on field 8 is done as well. So why don't we just take a look? It looks like number 8 is done, so we can collect. Number 13 is done, we can collect. And the fertilizing is just about done on field 16. And yes, it appears as though he's just parked off to the side. He's got just a wee little bit left to do, and then he will be all done. So I'm gonna wrap it up right there. I hope you guys did enjoy this this early spring episode, shall we say. And then hopefully you guys will join me again next week when we see what else we can get ourselves into. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, let's see you next week. Take care.